All right, this is my set of Thanksgiving coloring cards, which are great for all kinds of things for young kids. You could use them for school parties, church events, mom and me groups, and of course at Thanksgiving. Give the little ones something to do while everyone's cooking or watching football. So I just want to show you really quick. Most of mine I have printed on a home printer, and that is going to look like this. It gives you the variation of line size and a more solid look, but you can also use your Cricut or your Silhouette and use the sketch pens. I used brown on this one, just, Thanksgiving, thought I'd try a different color. And you'll see how it makes outlines basically. So it outlines what is filled in on the printer. So it gives a little bit of a different look, but it's a great option if you like that look or don't have a printer on hand and just want to get it all done on your machine. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to set up. I've included a score line. So if you want to fold them in half, you can put them in little plastic bags, or you can not use that score line and just have them flat. So this one I didn't score, so then you can put them in a little bit of a bigger bag or just leave them like that. You can also use or skip the to and the from. So this one doesn't have a to from. You could just have it in a basket, hand them out as is, but if you want it to be more of a gift, you can leave the to from. You can write that on there, or you can add it with your own fonts on your machine. So let's get started. Here's how to set up the print then cut Thanksgiving crayon cards in Cricut. I've opened a new canvas and I'm going to click upload. And I've already uploaded one of the designs. If you have a Cricut, you'll know how to upload. So I'm going to select that and add to canvas. And we can put 2 of these on one piece of paper, but let's set it up first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to ungroup. And then there are still 2 groups. So we're going to click the top one, ungroup, the bottom one, ungroup, because we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different layers. And this gives you flexibility. So let's say you don't want to put to and from on there. You can just hide it or delete it. You might not, if you're just giving these out and it doesn't matter who it's to or from, or you're using it for a classroom, you might want to just skip that. So we'll just skip that. Then you have this score line. So if you want to be able to fold this in half to kind of make it a card where the design's on the front, the crayons are on the back, and you can put it in a little bag, you can use that. Some people don't want to do that. They want to package it flat like this. So you can keep or delete that. Totally up to you. But that's going to be a score line. Then these little lines here, these little lines here are also score lines where it's going to fold up to hold the crayons through those circles. So let's say we're going to fold it in half and use those fold lines. We're going to select both of those over here, and I'm going to group them, and then I'm going to choose score. So those are our score lines, and you'll notice they then turned into dashed lines, so you know that they're going to score. Now, one thing's really important is you do not want your machine to decide to cut out your turkey and your gobble gobble or whatever image you have. So we're going to need to flatten it onto the background. So I'm going to move this down. Oops. I need to move it on top of the background rectangle. So now I don't want, stop choosing you. Choose you and you. Okay. And we're going to flatten. So now it's turned into a print then cut. Now I'm going to move it down just so I can see everything. Put it in the back so I can see we have 2 things that are going to score. Okay. Oh, that we had hidden anyway, or else we would flatten it for the print then cut. And then we also have a basic cut. So if we were to click Make It Now, you're going to see, it's going to ask you how you're going to do all of your materials, and it's going to show you 3 separate screens. If you get either of these messages, go back. You need to select everything and choose Attach, because then when you click Make It, it's going to show you one mat, and it's going to show you print then cut, score, and basic cut. And that is what we want. Now, let's say we wanted to be more efficient with our paper. We wanted to do 2 of these. We'd click on that, choose duplicate, and then just move it down pretty close together. So we have 2 separate ones, and then we're going to choose make it, and you'll see they're both fitting within the print then cut box. So you're good to go. Now you're going to say continue. You're going to send it to your printer and have that print. Once you've printed and you've put it onto your mat, you're going to set your base material, and I always use an 80-pound medium cardstock for this kind of project. Use the default pressure and just follow their directions. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to load the single scoring wheel into clamp B, press go, it'll score. Then it's going to tell you to load the fine point cutting blade. You'll do that, and then it's all done. Easy peasy. If you don't have a home printer, or you just prefer to do everything in your machine and you want to use the draw function, we're going to select the 2 things that will be drawn. Well, I need to unattach. So we're going to select the image and the 2 in the from, and we're going to group those, and then we're going to go over to operation, and we're going to choose draw. Now you'll notice how that changed. See how it kind of became an outline of the turkey? Because the pen, I'll change it back. If you do it on the printer, it can print all this variation in thickness and everything for the design. But the pens on the Cricut it's just a fine tip pen, so it doesn't color in all of that. So when it draws, it just finds the outlines of all of the lines on there, and it'll give you just a little bit of a different look, which is totally fine. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to take the cut lines for the crayons and the background. We're going to group that, and we're going to say that that is a basic cut. And then we're going to put it in the back so that we can see everything else. So we have 2 things we're going to use the pen, then we're going to score, then we're going to cut. So if you click make it, before you attach it all, you get this warning. If you ever see this warning, click back, drag over everything, select everything, and then go down here and choose attach. Then when you click make it, you're going to see it's going to ask you what size mat. Continue. You're going to choose your material size. I'm using letter size. Okay, so we did our size. Now we're going to choose the 80-pound cardstock, and it's going to tell you what to do in what order. You're going to put the black pen in clamp A, and you want to push that down until you feel it click to make sure it's in all the way. It shouldn't jiggle. And you're going to load the single scoring wheel in clamp B. Then you're going to load the mat. So my tools are loaded, and it really just walks you through everything. I always put it on fast mode, and now I'm going to follow this direction and press the go button. And now when it's done drawing, it asks you to load your fine point blade in clamp B. So you're taking out the scoring blade, putting in the cutting blade. Now all you need to do is add crayons. So this one I scored so that it will fold. So it kind of looks like a card. The crayons will be on the back. You can put it in a cute little envelope or a cellophane bag. And then there are also fold lines that make it really easy to pop the crayon holder part up. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take the crayon and put it through the holes. I recommend putting your hand to kind of support that as it goes. I have made them a little bit bigger by popular demand. They used to be a little snugger fit, and it was frustrating some people. But it does hold better. So if you have a problem with it slipping like that, what you're going to do is once you put it in, push those as far as they'll go out, and then it's nice and snug. All right, so that's it. Now all you need to do is get to work. I have lots of other themes if you were looking for other holidays or general dinosaurs, unicorns, things like that. And if there's anything you're looking for that you don't see, you can feel free to shoot me a message and I will see what I can do.